Well, well, old friend. Yeah, did you see this one coming? Because I sure as hell didn't. Yeah, it looks like I was able to upgrade One Night at Freddy's 3D from Unity 4 to Unity 5. It was painless enough to the point where I even took the luxury of adding a few improvements. We're going to be taking a look at those, but first I want to note what good has this upgrade brought? Well, two big advantages. The first one is the fact that I now only have to build one version for both screens and virtual reality. That's right, virtual reality will be automatically detected provided the Oculus Rift is plugged in. And this brings me to my second advantage. It also needs to have the latest Oculus runtimes installed. So this version will actually function with the latest Oculus runtimes. Won't need to roll back to an older version, a version that fewer and fewer people have installed now. So I figured it was pretty much time to do the move. And also this ramps it up and gets it ready for Oculus CV1 should I decide to make that move as well. It'd be nice to see One Night at Freddy's 3D working on that. Now let's take a look at the things I managed to add. First off, you might notice that the title screen looks a little different. So it gives you the same instruction to go ahead and click on the title screen. I'll go ahead and do that. And this now activates the user interface for the title screen. So it's no longer keyboard operated. Basically, you use your mouse, you pick your difficulty using the arrows, and then you click Start Game. In addition to this, you may notice something new below there. All the options. So your mouse sensitivity, now you can actually adjust using these arrows instead of having to press Shift, page up, and page down. For the graphics quality, it's pretty much the same thing, and you can probably notice the effect it has on performance by checking the frame rate on the top right of this recording. So it almost doubles at each increment, so this really has a lot of effect. For older computers, you may want to play with that if you're having memory issues with the textures. Sometimes I've seen in some Let's Plays on YouTube of my own game, sometimes you see that sort of default pink material start showing up on the walls and on the screens and so forth. If that's happening to you, try lowering this setting, and of course try obviously lowering the quality of the graphics. So by default it's normally on medium and textures will be on high. By default you can go ahead and play with that and find what works for you. This can actually, because of the scalability of this setting here, you can actually run this game on a lot of old systems. Last but not least, the mode. Now the option's always been there, but it was keyboard operated before. This is basically at the switch to 3D mode, so we're going to take a look at the anaglyph mode, which is pretty much the most accessible type of 3D possible. Then there are two formats coming up for 3D TVs. The first one is the good old half side-by-side right there. And you can probably see the frame rate drop when 3D is activated. That's normal because it doubles the amount of work the game has to do. And let's go to the last option, which is half over under. Also an option for 3D TVs. I recommend that one with LG 3D TV sets. So let me take it back to standard. And that's for the title screen right there and the way it works. And of course, we can go ahead and click Start Game and get our game underway. Yeah, screw that. I'm doing this on easy. I need to talk and think. Alright, one of the first things you'll notice here is that on the top left there is a startup message. This thing shows for 12 seconds at the beginning of every game, and it basically describes how to use the menu. Now, the thing is I didn't want the game to actually pause when you open this menu, because one of the charms of Five Nights at Freddy's and One Night at Freddy's 3D is that there is no such thing as a pause option. So, to open the menu, what you do is you simply hold down the M key. While you hold down the M key, your mouse look is disabled, and instead you control the pointer and the options in the menu. And then when you release the M key, you are in control of your look again. So it can be a little risky if you're in trouble to go ahead and open up the options and start tweaking them. So it's the kind of thing you'll want to be using on easy, but the option is available. So I can give you an example here. You can actually see the frame rate. It's at 155. Look at the difference if I turn the 3D on. There we go. It's almost down by half. So maybe a note to you people who use 3D, you might want to run like this. Medium. Look at that. It almost doubled it. And another note I want to make. When you activate a 3D mode, you'll notice this extra option. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm not ready for that one yet. I'm not ready for that one. Come on, Golden Freddy, I'm trying to talk here. And I'm on easy, believe it or not. So this option will show if you activate a 3D mode, and this option basically will allow you to adjust the strength of your 3D all the way up or down, so you can adjust it to your liking. So that comes up when you activate a 3D option. Oh, and a note I must make, the anaglyph option is not available if you put graphics on low. You will only get the half side by side and half over under options. So now let's just see if I'm in trouble, because I have been talking without paying any attention. And that's what easy's gonna do to you. You're gonna be basically not pay attention to what you're doing, thinking, piece of cake, I got this is easy. And then, sure enough, the game screws you, because it's based on randomizers and anything can happen. Because I always actually end up seeing Bonnie on easy mode around this time. So I had a few changes to do on the way the surveillance system pops up to make it match between 2D and VR, so that it actually would work for the same version now. I don't actually have adjustments to make for one or the other. Alright. Am I in trouble on this side now? Because I heard some booming. The volume is not loud enough to actually distinguish Foxy from the others right now. It's always tense, this game, even on easy. There we go. Oh boy. Okay, a little difference for VR users. When you start up the app, you notice it won't tell you to click. It'll just go ahead and grab your pointer and show you that red pointer there in the game space. You're basically gonna get all these options except graphics will not work, and the mode will also not change. Alright, title screen. Now you be a good title screen and don't interrupt me. I do have to make a note. You may notice this nasty motion blur in this VR capture. Not only can I not capture my own game in stereoscopic 3D anymore with this new Unity support, but on top of that, the mirror image, and I have not yet found the way to get rid of this. If I can, I will. They add on the mirror image, I'm not getting that motion blur in the VR. In the VR, it's nice and smooth, 75 frames per second, but they have this nasty bloom, glow, blur, and motion blur, like video echo, on the mirror image, and there is not much I can do about that. I can also not capture the raw Oculus Rift output as I used to with this new runtime and Unity games. So I'm kind of shit out of luck in that respect, so I hope you can actually endure the motion streaks and just get a good idea of the game. It runs really great in VR, I do have to admit. You probably see a nice and solid 75 on the top right. That is the required frame rate, and it doesn't need to be one frame above that. Oh, hi, Freddy. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Ah, boy. I made these a little faster. I replaced the pointer so that it would be a little nicer. Looks a little bit more Windowsy and menu-y. And I fixed this damn button. It kept not clicking when you clicked on it. For some reason you had to hit it like 5 or 6 times. So the Message is a little different when you start up in VR. It's in the center of your screen. And I'd like to make a note for those of you who make it to party time. Just hold down your left shift key, and during gameplay, hold down your left shift key, and you're actually going to get sort of repeat of the stats you put in before you started your game. This is going to be absolute hell. This is, oh shit, are you serious? Are you serious? I'm not ready for this. I haven't played this game in months. Oh god! Holy shit! Ah, fuck! God damn it! Foxy scared me? Yeah, I'm that rusty. Holy shit! Yeah, that's Oh, welcome back, old friend. Fucking thing. This fucking goddamn thing. I don't need to pretend be afraid. Oh yeah, by the way, as I'm getting terrified, you can also access this wonderful menu in VR. When you hold M, it will just appear, and you can actually go ahead and change the options. Graphics won't change, mode won't change, but you can play with textures and the mouse sensitivity as well for the camera system. Alright, our lineup is like follows. Right. There we go. Holy shit. They move fast. Not from the window. Not from the window. Good girl. Holy shit. God damn it, Foxy. Holy shit. Caught me by surprise, that one. He was waiting in the corner, that fucker. Whew. I will not make it. I will so not make it. Come on, game. God damn it. Too fast. Holy shit, I'm so fucked. I'm getting killed right now. And I can hear him coming. Oh shit, I am so dead. Ah! Fuck off, game. For those of you who wonder, this guy here, that's you, the player, stuffed in the suit, and the sound is, of course, what it would sound like if you were stuffed in a mechanical suit trying to breathe, drowning on your own blood. The sound effect is actually something not very dignifying. It's one of my friends who was over to my place one night and he drank too much and got sick, and he thought it would be funny that we'd record him. And years down the line, like 6 years later, I actually ended up using that sound for a video game. I thought it was actually really good as a sound for someone drowning in his own blood, believe it or not. Yeah, that's kind of sick and gross, but there you go. I am not doing party time again. I've already won it, so I don't need to torture myself like so. And I hope you get surprised by the Golden Freddy jump scare in the office. I'm not going to tell you more. So enjoy, folks. It's a pleasure to finally deliver on this. I know a lot of you folks wanted the new runtime to be supported, and well, I have delivered. So enjoy.